Good morning, good morning. Well, at least it's good morning here for me in Perth, Western Australia. It's just after 7:30 in the morning, but let's just wait a few minutes and get some people to come along. So anyway, just want to, wow, Pauline, uh, sleepyhead. Yes, I've woken up. Not well. I've been up for about 3 hours, but yeah, it's about just after 7:30 in the morning over here, Pauline. So I imagine it's like in the evening for you over there in Cincinnati. I tried calling you on Messenger. It said that you were active, but you must have been busy. How are you this evening anyway, my love? So anyway, yeah, I've just been having some pretty weird experiences in the last 24 hours since I did my live last. And did you know I come back on and played the guitar for about half an hour? You missed it. And Closet Diver, are you? Do you know Closet Diver? Oh, well, not know her, but are you familiar with her channel? Hmm? Yeah. Well, anyway, she kind of reached out and um, so I'm trying to make contact with her because I think dumpster diving is like a how can I say it? It's like our happy place sort of front, but there's a lot of people out there who've got some like underlying issues, whether they be family or financial or some kind of something that stops our freedom, whatever that freedom is. It's different for everyone. So I don't even know if you're typing or not, Pauline, but nothing's coming up on my chat. So I'm not even sure what's going on there. Right now, this app has been updated, so anyway, I'll carry on with this this YouTuber. So I see the dumpster diving community as a way of reaching out and making contact with people that are like-minded in a certain area of our lives, which is why we share this community. But I think that I think that we can be more if we can be bothered. At the end of the day, I mean, you have to be bothered, I guess. if you're typing something up, Pauline, and I'm pretty sure you will be, I can't see any of the writing. My number one. So yeah, I think we should like Gigi from Jersey Girl Divers. You know, she's launched off another page. Where she's able to express things that are outside of dumpster diving, but which is great. I'm fully supportive of that, and I'm following her on a new channel. But we're all human at the end of the day. I mean, our interest is in particular about dumpster diving, but we're all human, and as humans, we all suffer anxieties and just real life issues. Oh, here we go. Oh my God, it just popped up a whole heap. Right, sorry you missed the call. It was after 4 a.m. Was it? Yeah, it must have been. Of course it was. You are good. Yes, she's my buddy. We have become good friends. I know, so sad what she is going through. Oh no, I am here. Okay, cool. Cool. That or just like all those messages just come on and at once. I don't know. Well, like sort of like what's going on with her, Pauline. But she was, she left a comment saying that she was going through some stuff, and if you're already reaching out to her, that's amazing. That's awesome. I certainly would have loved to been able to give her any words of encouragement or some hope, because hope gives us the strength to keep going, keep going. So, but yeah, what I was saying before is that even though our interests mainly focus on the dumpster diving, hence us being in the dumpster diving community, we're all human beings. We're all suffer the same anxieties in different levels and the same real life problems. So, we should be able to speak like openly and honestly about those sort of feelings without the fear of losing interest in our subscribers. To me, good content is something that people can relate to. When you're relatable and honest and genuine in your content, especially as yourself as a person, then you start formulating your tribe, or the people that are that like can relate to your material, whether it be dumpster diving or whether it be talking about issues where you have some kind of, I don't know, magical word or advice. What's that? Okay, she's feeling we text on our phones. That's so cool every day. Oh, that's amazing, Pauline. It doesn't surprise me at all. That's what you do. I mean, even though I've never physically spoken to you or anything like that, I can just tell that you are the kind of person that opens up your heart and your arms and your mind to people. But we can do a lot better than feeling sorry for them. We try and be their strength when they're at their weakest moments. Depression is a real son of a bitch, man. I tell you, like, I suffered depression for a long time, and where I would like sort of break down crying uncontrollably. Oh, really? Oh no, I mean, that's a toxic relationship right there, isn't it, Pauline? And even though she may feel alone, that would have been toxic for sure. I just hope that she's able to like move on and realize her own value, her true worth, and I guess that's why I jumped on so early. Well, not early this morning, but like right now, so that she'll get this notification and jump on as well. You should text her up and tell her to jump on board. Well, that's a hell of a thing, when it happens on a holiday, especially one that's called Thanksgiving. But I guess no day is going to be a good one when something like that happens, eh? And I don't feel sorry, but I feel love for her, and my communication with her is nowhere near as yours. Hey, grab it. Hey, Brandon, how are you, my friend, bro? Miss you, brother. Miss you, my bro. I don't know if you read the last comment I sent, but yeah, man, you're blowing up like nitro, brother. Shucks, good man. Oh, that's good, bro. Yeah, doing well over here, my bro. Pauline, the number one, she's my top fan. There's not very many comments where she's not number one. So, oh, you don't see? Well, he's on here. Um, okay, you've been wanting to post a video. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, one of the last pics I done, I had a bit of a moan grab it um, about not finding stuff and how that I wasn't disheartened, but you spend a lot of energy and time doing this to appease the people that genuinely come on board to and follow us, and follow us, and I don't know about anyone else, but sometimes I feel the pressure to maintain that level of consistency, and but I shouldn't because I sweat too much about the small stuff. You know what I mean? I just let it try and happen organically. But the last video I uploaded, bro, I made a connection with a newbie dumpster diver, and that made for good content, man. Because I tell you, like people that have always wanted to do it and get an opportunity with someone that is already doing it, man, they are hungry, bro, and they are hungry. I made a connection with this YouTuber. She's just a watcher. She just sits in the bleachers and watches videos. Called Maori Baby 28 or Maori Baby Now. And yeah, she reached out and I went and picked her up and we went and did a few dumpster diving things in her area and killed it pretty much, for her first time. And it made for bloody good content, man. The interaction with someone, I was able to be revitalized and seeing her enthusiasm. So I was looking at dumpster diving again through her eyes, and keen as mustard, man. So I was looking that as a way of making like a segmentation, for the channel, dedicated to connecting with new dumpster divers and bringing them along with the journey, making them permanent partners. It could be an option, but it's just connecting all these dots, eh? Yeah, we can only do what we can do, grab it, absolutely, for sure. But I mean, I was just saying earlier on with Pauline, there's more to, like we're specifically a dumpster diving channel, but essentially, we're human beings first, and even people I imagine like Steph and Steve or Curbside Junkies, we still feel the anxieties and other issues in real life as just regular people, and dumpster diving can be our happy place, but we still face issues. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, my bro. And I look at it as we should still be able to be free to voice these issues without feeling like we're going to be judged by them, or the fear of losing our subscribers because that's not what they signed up for. I don't want to hear all the psycho babble shit. And that's not what it's all about. It's about being relatable. Oh, you love the cooking? Yeah, yeah. Well, I tell you what, I just decided that even though I've started off as being like a bin living or a dumpster diving page, that I'm just going to do things that I love to do. I just, yeah, that I love to do, and I love cooking. It'd be really ideal that I cook with food that come from the dumpster would be ideal, but I just love cooking. Hey, penny pinchers. Hey, how are you guys? So glad you guys you've made it. You're on board. We've got Pauline and Grabbit are on here with us as well. I tried to get on before Scrapdog. I haven't been on Scrapdog for a couple of days. I'm usually at work this time of the morning, and I'd pop on Scrapdog just to say hi to everyone, and just to show face. But yeah, so welcome, guys. So awesome to have you all here. Nah, Scrapdog is awesome, bro. Straight up, he's been doing it for a long time. I got introduced to Scrapdog, but by the eBayer mom. She dumpster dives in New York City. See, look, Scrapdog's on now, so there's no competition. You know what I mean? See, he is the man. Yeah, guys. So, what were you saying about closet? Just test closet diver to come here. Cool, Pauline. Yeah, I hope she comes on board real soon. Not that I'm going to be discussing any of the issues she's going through, but certainly getting some love from other members of the dumpster diving community who I'm sure she knows really well. Just watching your guys' videos, and just being amongst the youth as well. Grabbit and Penny Pinchers are really youthful part of the community, and that kind of energy can be absorbed. It gives people hope, and hope is a real powerful thing. And there's only one thing greater than hope, and that's charity. and having that sort of hope just gives you just enough oomph to keep going, and you never know what's just around the corner. It could be the thing that will tip the scale in your favor, which is what dumpster diving is like, really, isn't it? It's you're just hoping that the scales will tip in your favor when you open up that lid, and boom. Oh, I better not use that catchphrase. Lily and Sean. I don't know if you guys watched Lily and Sean from Miami. That's their little catchphrase. Boom. Just watched one of their videos earlier on, and yeah, man, they're a fun couple, man. They're a fun couple. Hope she comes in. So do I. I hope she comes in. I hope you have some luck tonight too. Grab it. It's at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about luck. It's also about like sending out that message to the universe. I don't know if you watched Jacqueline Ovens, her latest video. She dreams about the stuff and it comes to fruition. She sends messages out to the universe and, saying that she needs something in particular, and boom, there it is. And do you guys believe in that? Penny pinchers? You guys believe in sending out the message to the universe and ta-da? I do. I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. The law of attraction. That you think it. To me, there's like 3 states, right? There's the think about it, the speak about it, and then the action it. So yeah, I've moved more into talk about it, because once I start voicing that sort of energy, the action will quickly follow, and I've already sent that message out. Now, people call it prayer. Damn flies, get out of me. Man, okay, be right back. Okay, we'll catch up what you've seen then, Pauline. Got to fix the man of the house up a plate of dinner. What a good woman you are. So, yeah, as a community, there's a lot of members in our community, guys, that hide underlying issues, and if we ask the right questions, it's good that we're encouraging. We say, great video, nice haul, that's good, but I think it's appropriate to be able to say, man, are you okay? You're like, I can hear in your voice that's not as thing as you didn't write that comment, but I could hear that things didn't quite sound like it did the last couple of videos. Like you're somber, and you're more quietly spoken, and you've kept your videos short this time, and that's why I like watching people like Jacqueline Ovens or Ovens. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but anyway, she's got she's real vivacious personality. She's got heaps of high vitality and high fidelity in her voice, and enthusiastic. And but I've come across videos of hers where they're not that. So, just something in me identifies that she is feeling flat that day, or just there's something going on in other areas in her life, and it's being projected onto the camera while she's doing something she actually really loves doing. So I've always reached out and says, hey man, are you okay? Or so, which is the only thing I don't really like about YouTube. It doesn't, or if it does, I don't know how to do it, but create an opportunity to DM your people that you subscribe to, or so it ends up being on a real public format, and it's I guess people don't want to put their laundry out for the world to see. Um, but I guess, if when you strike a nerve, that people will open up. So I have a really, really loving relationship, with her. Because of her vitality, I gravitate to people like that. That's why I gravitate towards you, Grab It. You have a real energy. It's I like its professionalism, and but it's natural professionalism. You have a real good flow. If you're a rapper, bro, if you were a rapper, you'd have good flow because you don't do what I just done there. You don't constrict your talking with ahs, stuff like that. There's a real good flow. There's a real easiness and good cadence to your voice as well. And when you speak highly of others and what you can do for others, or what you do, not what can you do, but what you do for others, and speak so openly about your family and how what you do supplements your income. I mean, these are real personal things. That yourself and others don't have any issues about sharing, which speaks volumes about you as a person and your heart. Closet. Oh, I'm so glad you're on board, everyone. Closet Divers on the page. Show some love. I'm glad Pauline said she texted you that we were on board, and I'm glad to see you, that you're on here. Yeah, well, we had we had Grab It on here, and Penny Pinchers were on here before. Yeah. So, Closet, so glad you could make it this morning. I mean, it's evening where you're at. I tried reaching out to you before, but it was probably really, really early hours of the morning. I hope you did manage to get the rest that you wanted. I know it's none of my business, but I made Pauline tell me what was. I made mention of you earlier on in this live. It was just me and Pauline in here. Hardly ever sleep. I tell you what, a Closet. You're not alone. And just the sleep deprivation area. I tried sharing a link to you about. I think it was you. I hope it was about like breathing exercises. Oh no, actually it was for Gigi from the Jersey Girl Divers. Yeah, and it's hard to rest and sleep when we've got so much going on in our heads. It makes us restless, and when we're restless, there's things going on in our mind, and Pauline gave me just a little inset of what's been happening, over the Thanksgiving holiday period. So my heart and my love goes out to you. I hope you know that you're in a really, really safe environment here. Um, I know Grab It is a really supportive man. We're worlds apart, but we know what connects us, keeps us close. So yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you're open about their Closet. Honestly, yeah, but yeah, just want you to know you're safe here, man, in my chat. And there's no judgment at all. We just try and keep things as real. I try and keep things as real as possible, and I hope that at the end of this conversation, for however long it lasts, that I'll be able to give you some hope, and let you know that love isn't lost. Love is just being found, and and to be out of a situation that could be potentially toxic, or was toxic, or could even be even more toxic, leaves you in a way better position. And I was sharing earlier on about Closet, about how even though we dedicate our channels to dumpster diving, how we dedicate our lives to dumpster diving, that we're, at the end of the day, we're all human beings that suffer the issues and other problems of real life, of real life. 25 years, wow, I couldn't even fathom. I mean, many years ago, my wife and I separated. My wife was never very big on communication, and I'm a big communicator. And we had already been together for over 10 years, and our children were really young, and we lived in a really volatile relationship, and I needed to know what the world was like without her. And so I up and left, and I tell you, it was the worst year of my entire life. I eventually found another relationship, one that was filled with communication and plenty and love too, but the grass wasn't greener. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. 6 children and 8 grandchildren. I've had this conversation with you before about our children and grandchildren. Isn't that right, Closet? Yeah, we have the same amount of children, and I think it was over the video when you showed me the turtle rock. So yeah, I can imagine it's not going to adversely affect them, as much as it is you. I wouldn't say 25 years is a waste of life either. Oh, yep, we did have that conversation, eh? So, no, my friend, it's like, how can I make it relatable that it's like, it's nothing like dumpster diving, except just the excitement of finding something new. Change is really difficult for anyone, eh? Change is really difficult for anyone, and especially something you've committed your time and your energy, your sweat and blood, your tears into a single entity like this relationship, or any relationship. A friendship could be the same, and for it to not be there anymore is a dramatic change. And 100%, I do not doubt that at all. That's what we do. We give of ourselves completely, with no regard for our own consequence, because when we reach a certain limit in time, that's it. That's it. I've settled. I am settled. I am good. There's nothing out there that would even remotely interest me. And yeah, I'm just so glad that you're on here, Closet. After reading your comments yesterday, I really tried to reach out to you, because I believe we're just more than just a community for dumpster diving. Because I never thought, sure. Did you feed your hubby, Pauline? Eh? Was he happy with your? Or was it Cincinnati chili? I truly believe that. it's not by accident either. You know, closet. It's not by accident. I mean, there's a reason why I went down this path. There's a reason why why we made these channels. There's a reason why we gravitate towards each other, and and we support each other on a lot higher level, on a way higher level. And I've always been like the uncle for my nieces and nephews, right? I've always been the uncle that told them the truth, which would almost always end them being in tears, because I helped them release those things that they hold in for so long. And I just have that knack, or that ability, that gift of making people open up, not to me, but more to themselves. And but it's the sort of tears that at the end of them, when the eyes have stopped welling and the cheeks have dried, comes laughter, and a realization that that's all that you really need, was just to break down in front of someone that come from a place of love, and that comes from a place of like genuine concern and interest for them, that that it releases all of this unnecessary bad energy, and it provides hope. You can able to carry on, just take the very next step, whatever that may be. It's more times than not, it's the scariest one. Yeah, I already told her about that, Pauline, and she said that she was all good, that you shared, and yeah, it's just us three. It's just us three here and here. So yeah, really sad to hear, about the loss of your fur baby. I don't mean to dredge it up again, but I understand that's where a lot of anger is held. Yeah, just to reiterate, Tammy, just to reiterate, Tammy, you're in a safe place here. So um, our babies are like a child, and to do something, to 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 see a face, that you have loved all this time, that turned around and done something with such respite, and to something that they knew you loved with all your heart, gives really conflicting emotions of like a real love-hate, thin line sort of shit, And we love you too, Tammy, honestly. And I'm so glad that you've got a friend like Pauline to be in contact with you, to message you, and exchange correspondence. I'm so glad. I couldn't think of a better person who to have on your team, and have in your corner, like right now. And you know, to me, I found a good um, method to recovery, or steps to recovering, is to be actually really open about that stuff that really pisses you off. To be really forthcoming about. Be right back. Okay. See you soon. So, Pauline, what did you cook for tea? Was it Cincinnati Gold Star chili? I'm telling you, I'm so excited about getting that stuff, man. I was telling my wife, she goes, oh, that sounds interesting. I says, well, I can't wait. I saw her do a video of it. It was killer. And, I've always seen chili now, being made on TV growing up. We don't do a chili here. It's a con carne, I guess. I guess we call it a con carne. And cheese connies. Is that what it is? Is that connies or conies? Because if it was conies, that would be pretty funny. Oh, so that's what you did make him for dinner. Oh, you had me a little bit worried. Yeah, you're going to the post office. Oh, you crack up. She's back. Tammy is back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the building. We've got Tammy. She's come in. She's back and better than ever before. I was just harassing Pauline, Tammy, about like what she was feeding her hubby for his din-dins, and it was leftovers. It's refries of the other night's famous Cincinnati Gold Star chili. And out of the kindness of her heart, she's going to be sending me a couple of sachets or packets or whatever through the post here to Western Australia. And I tell you what, when it arrives, I'm going to do a cooking thing just for you, Pauline. And I hope I do it justice because, yeah, I hope I do. Oh, you're from Cincinnati too. Like, are you far from each other? Oh, you cook that chili too because you're from Cincinnati, of course. Yeah, it makes sense. So Ohio. My geography, 4 hours apart. Far out. Is that right? 4 hours apart. Okay. Oh, you're from Cincinnati, Ohio, but you live in Tennessee. My American geography is at best zero. I've even been to the United States when I was 12 years old. Yep, I traveled with a cultural group. Hey, addicted to diving. We've got Jenna in the house, guys. Jenna in the house. Jenna, there's Pauline and Tammy, closet diver. We're not even talking dumpster diving, but we're using dumpster diving anagram, relatable, what would you call it? Scenarios to to match up with real life situations that we face. Yeah, and really hearty ones like loss and grief and financial troubles and relationship troubles and God, the list is as long as the contents of a mystery bag. We definitely need to. Absolutely, that's a good way to communicate. Totally agree. Yep. I'll put on comments my email address, Tammy, and yeah, and flick me a line and let's communicate that way. Yes, because I think I asked you if you were a Facebook user and wanted to communicate on Messenger, which is what I do with Pauline. she sends me like the rudest joke videos. Nah, they're not the rudest. I've seen way worse, just so that you know. But yeah, we've done some texting and communicating. Facebook is fine, cool. Ever since I started my channel, I don't even go on Facebook anymore. I communicate with my children on there and my grandchildren. I use the video calling so I can see my grandchildren. I have 4 over in New Zealand, and I have 4 right here in Western Australia. The ones here in Western Australia are all babies, between 5 and 1. And the ones in New Zealand are a lot older. They're between 14 and 7. Hey, Addicted, Jenna, so glad you could make it. Oh, I've got to catch up. You guys are flicking through this real. Don't send you the naughty, the naughty ones yet. Is that right? Okay. You didn't see where I said we could hide in each other's countries. I'll stop it. Oh, you were been in Germany. Do you speak German? Is that a second language for you? Me, I have 6 children. I have 6 children. They're all adults. My oldest is 32 and my youngest is 21. And every other age in between. 4 of my children have children. My oldest has four children. Actually, my 4 oldest kids have children. Yeah, my two youngins do not. Yeah. And when they were young, man, we had a really, really busy, noisy household. Yes, well, we're not that far apart, are we? And well, I'm only 50, so I had kids like really young. I had kids really young. But I was a real dedicated. Actually, before I was a dedicated father, I was a dedicated worker, and I worked bloody hard most of my youth to provide for my family. So, as a result of that, I never really raised my children, and I did long hours in New Zealand. If you wanted a good job, you had to put your head down and your tail up and you asked no questions and you just did whatever you're told, and pay was shit. And sometimes I was working like 100 hours a week, 7 days a week. One time I worked 50 hours straight, 50 hours. And I was a crane driver. I had 2 jobs that worked on the wharf. They were both 12-hour shifts. There were ships that were parked next to each other. One was loading logs, so I was driving cranes for 12 hours. And then I go to the next ship for another company, and I was hand loading 25 kg frozen boxes of fish in the ship's hold for 12 hours. And then I'd go back to the logs and drive for another 12 hours, and then back to the thing for another 12 hours, and finished off that ship and worked 14 hours. So that's 50 hours straight. To go out the chat and come back in again. Okay. See you soon. See you soon, Jenna. Oh, yeah. It's a damn, it ruined me. It ruined me. And as it turned out, the tax man took a lot of the money, and just it was. But I was prepared to do whatever it takes to make sure my family had what they needed. But that's because I was stuck in a labour workers mentality of what the government said that's all I was really qualified for. Now our people before we were colonialised were free thinkers. We're free thinkers. We had our own industry. We had our own everything that you would expect from what Westerners would call a civilized, community or civilization. It already existed, and and to be put through an education system that led me but to believe that that's all my worth was, because originally in New Zealand, education was a means to help the indigenous culture or the indigenous people of the country be able to communicate. So they banned the language in our country. They banned our culture. We were punished as a way of eradicating the culture completely off the face of the earth. But we come from a warrior um, bloodline. We were warriors in our country, and so we would practice our te reo, or our language, our culture at home in the communities that were allocated to us, and but not in schools and educations. But that's taken a whole turnaround. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be welcome. Oh man, don't come to just Australia. Come to Western Australia. I've got room. If you guys decide you're going to do it, you come and stay with me, and I will take care of you guys. It'd be so easy. Be just like that. Boom. Anything you guys need, provide. My door is always open to you, 24/7. No questions asked. Just you know, knock on the door and hey, I brought you some Cincinnati Gold Star chili. Now that would be cool. That would be really cool. Mm. She said scrap dog. Wow, you don't need to go to Scrap Dog to hear this. Guys, Pauline's in the room, guys. How you doing? Yes, yeah. It's good to be able to be in a place where you can just leave your worries at the door and just forget about stuff and just live in the moment. Hey, Tammy, it's how you doing, guys? Look, Big B's in the room, guys. I love him. He's from when I first watched him to now. There's been no change at all. He makes pulls no punches and makes no qualms about the type of person he is, or what he likes to eat, and he has created his world perfect for him. You know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't. I don't go in his room and stay in his room. I just pop in and say hi to everyone, and because um, the reality is the a direct result of being in his room has given me a lot of subscribers, who I communicate with, at the moment. And I was directed to him by, um, actually, it was a chain of events. eBay Imam was like one of the first dumpster diver people that I've seen, an African one, out of New York. She has some really out of it stuff. And then she put me on to a dive with a purpose. And then she put me onto Scrap Dog. And then I started watching Scrap Dog, and then boom. Oh, you're still here. Did you hear us talking about you, Jenna? So addicted to diving. Her name is Jenna, guys. And closet diver, if you didn't know, addicted is Tammy. So like we have our non-diplomes, except for Pauline, of course. And but here we can drop our real names. My real name's actually Brendan, but all my Australian friends call me Big B. They used to try and call me all sorts of like different names, but because I'm a big bloke, if I said no, it wasn't going to happen. So Tammy Alexander. Oh, okay, so I think she was my first dumpster diver mom. The mom, the bear, yeah. Yeah. Good morning. She's a crack up, man. I love her. Oh, Chicago? Oh, yeah. You're probably right, Jenna. I think you're right. I don't know. I don't know. Those back alley streets all look the same to me. Yeah, and they're probably not. So, yeah, Chicago. Okay, so thank you for correcting me on that. I don't want to be going around professing that she's a New Yorker and then she's a Bulls fan. Yeah, I don't want to be stepping on anyone's toes. Love going to Chicago. I was in Chicago airport once. Well, twice. To and from Hawaii. I've been to United States once. I in 1981. I was 12 years old, and I was with a troop of a culture group from my country that did a tour for 1 month. And we started in San Francisco and went up to Los Angeles, and we finished in New York. And we did quite a lot of like performances in between. I can't remember how many, but I know we worked really hard and as kids. But what I remember from it was a not so much the smaller towns or anything like that, but I just remember Disneyland. That's all I remember. Disneyland. Good morning, True. Oh yeah, good morning, everybody. That's her. The greeting, eh? Yeah, man, she's cool. I actually haven't watched anything of hers in a little bit, to be honest. And I've got her like notification bell on, but nothing's just popped up. So yeah, I wonder what's going on there. I think I just might make a surprise visit, knock on the door just to say hello, because I was watching her so often, that she was beginning to reply to my comments, which I thought was really cool because she's like right up there. But I sort of look at YouTubers or people's channels by the amount of subscribers they have, meaning that I'm more attracted to the ones that have smaller subscriptions and supporting them, and so I've sort of like diverted away from a little bit from like Steph and Steve, the resale killers, and the daily diver, curbside junkies. They're high volume subscribers in their channels. So and I tell you what, I try and like as best as I can to message and comment or reply to every comment. And man, I only doing 5 or 6, or and it's hard out. It's hard out. I could only imagine if there was all of a sudden 1,000 comments. What do? You have to like start hiring a team of people. It's a division dedicated to just replying to the comments, but it starts losing its value when it's not genuine anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, that's what I believe anyway. Ah, yes, confirm. Cool. Tammy, just confirmed you, Tammy, for Facebook friend. Cool. Then that means we can communicate on Messenger. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Because I think it's really good that you're able to find someone that's like outside of your life circle that you can like unload on, really. And it's just about finding someone that has broad shoulders like this and a kind ear, someone that listens. And yeah, and just someone that has a kind ear, that's willing to listen and just not interrupt, and but be relative in your responses, and just be there, pretty much. Just be there, because I certainly know what it's like to be in tough times and not being able to find a way out on your own. Um, Actually, there was something that I had learnt many years ago, and I think it came from a guy named David T.J. Woods is his name. David T.J. Woods. And he said that if there's something that you want in your life, whether it's health or wealth or love or balance or meditation or travel or whatever it is that you want in your life, that you actively go out and search for people that are looking for the same things and that want the same things in their life, and help them achieve that goal for them, and in helping them achieve that same goal helps you find the answers for yourself. So it's actually been coming from a place of charity, where the act of charity provides you with the answers that you need to be able to move forward. Um, I may not have like worded that or said that or phrased that right. Um, if you don't understand like what I'm saying, but when I first heard it, it made absolute sense to me. It made absolute sense to me, and it just so happens that when I heard that, and and Tammy was saying, things happen for a reason. Our paths have crossed for a reason. So things happen for a reason. I heard that particular thing for a reason, that particular saying, phrase for a reason, and and uh, and I did. It triggered a light bulb moment for me to go, oh yeah, okay. And at the time, I was looking for a job. I'd been sitting on my ass on the couch for a couple of months, and I'd been unemployed for a little bit, and I'd just come out of a a bad experience in my business, which caused me to lose it. I was battling with the local government and lost because they just took the power away from me to be able to operate any further, which was crazy. So I ended up in the slump, and then I heard that phrase later on down the track, and I did. I went out and I actively helped people find the things that I was looking for, and I found the answers. And ever since, I've been climbing this. Well, it hasn't been a ladder. It's been more of a roller coaster ride, but it's one that's still climbing at the moment and finding its plateau. But yeah, it's been the climb is the really juicy stuff. It helps me realize what I'm capable of, and that's what doing stuff to me does. It helps us find what we can be, what we're capable of, what we're made of. Yeah. So that's held me in good stead. It's one of my mantras. Help others find the same thing that you're looking for, and it will give you the answers you need to be able to move forward in your own journey. And yeah, we've got to bring people along with us. And I remember someone was saying that they watched one of my videos and thought I was going to be famous, and to to remember them for when I am. And they're like I love that kind of enthusiasm. I love that kind of that belief. They love that belief in that someone else has in you. That it makes your your own conscious awareness that much stronger. So now, guys, I have this issue, and I'm not too sure whether it's like before when we started. Messages been showing up, and then I was talking with Pauline. She dropped a couple of messages on the chat line, and nothing showed up. And then next minute, boom, the screen filled up with all of her messages that she had been typing up. So looks like I'm going through the same issue again. So what that means is, if you're typing even amongst each other, I cannot see it. So that's the streamer's view. That's the audience's view. Okay, that's not it. Show activity feed. Okay. Oh. That's because there's nothing. Oh, what does this button do? Nothing. Here's me. Don't mind me, as I'm just. So the last message I'm reading is Pauline saying, "Lol, Jenna." Okay, I'm going to be right back, guys. Oh, I have to get my charge it up. Would it be a sin Ta-da! Okay, camera features, change orientation. Here we go. Okay. I'm back in action again. So 3, I imagine that's Gemma, and we've got Pauline, and we have Tammy. Yeah, so feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I'm happy just being a little bit of noise in the background, like you would if you were traveling up and down an elevator. You're chatting amongst yourselves, but there's this like 1970s pornography music going up in the background, so don't mind me. I'm just glad that we're able to be in a live together. Mary had a little lamb, features by the snow, yeah. And everywhere the child went, the little lamb was sure to go, yeah. He followed her to school one day and broke the teacher's rule. And what a time that they had that day at school. Just a little bit of a musical interlude to keep you entertained while you are chatting amongst yourselves, because I can't add to any of your conversation because I cannot see what you guys are writing, if you're writing at all, and I do not know how to fix it. Let's change the preview. Oh, here we go. No. So maybe what it is I have to pay for more space or something to that effect. I don't know. This live stream app is called StreamElements, and the reason why I went on StreamElements is because Streamlabs, which is what everyone else is using, was lagging a lot. And going through the reviews on Streamlabs, they had a lot of issues with lagging. It had nothing to do with the connection, and everything to do with the application. But looking at the reviews for StreamElements, lagging was still there, but just not as prominent as what I was experiencing with Streamlabs. But what I am experiencing is it looks like I'm only allocated like so many messages. It must be because it's not the first time it's happened, and I'm just not receiving anyone else's comments on the chat box, which is extremely frustrating for me, because I'm so anal when it comes to things that I want to go right. And I'll quite easily throw my hands up in the air and resign myself to the fact that that it's not going to work out that way. But after I do like investigating and some research, there's no reason why I haven't been able to crack that code or figure out that problem. So that's what frustrates me the most. So I don't know how to fix it. I've sent messages to the StreamElements guys or team or whatever, and I've had no reply. which is extremely rude. Extremely rude. So, how do we like the guitar playing, guys? Maybe it'll come up later on. Like if I like go off the live and then it posts because it just auto posts. Whether I can see the comments on there and I wonder if it, you know what would be a fluke? It would be a fluke that I did go and check out the replay, and all your comments correlate with what I'm saying at the time. You know, it's just all lined up. That would be a freak, a Zoid show. So yeah, so while I'm here talking into this space that I don't believe is empty, um, is is I see my channel evolving into more than just a dumpster diving channel. I want to eventually incorporate the things that I love doing, and I love cooking, and I love to be able to show the foods that I love eating, or the stuff that I've been taught, you know, tricks of the trade that I've learnt over the many years that I've cooked as a professional, and incorporated that into my home living. I also love music. I want to be able to share music. I used to be a real avid writer of songs and music. I can't read music. I'm self-taught. I play by ear, but I still love music. So I like to be able to incorporate that kind of stuff into my channel as well. I want it to evolve into more than just a dumpster diving channel, but it will still have those elements, and all the elements together equates to me doing things that I love doing and be able to share that. My gardening too. I love my plants, and that, you know, that runs congruent with my dumpster diving, because when I dumpster dive, there's some bins that I do that are just dedicated to finding plants. So I love gardening as well. Um, Dumpster diving also runs congruent with charity and donating and helping the less fortunate, and shelters and homeless shelters and refuges, and so these things are all connected. Same with the cooking. Music, maybe not so much unless you find musical instruments and then being able to learn playing them, I guess. But you know, I think it's all sort of connected, and as long as it's content that's relatable, as long as it's content that's that not everyone's going to be into the cooking side of things, but they can tap into the dumpster diving. Not everyone's going to be into the dumpster diving, but they can tap into the gardening side of things, and it sounds pretty busy. It sounds pretty busy, and YouTube have a university. It's called YouTube University, and it tells you how you can start off your channel, the things, the pros and the cons of having traffic run through your channel. And they do say to be, you know, identify what your channel is or what your brand is, and if it's dumpster diving, then just do dumpster diving. But in my own personal opinion, because I know everything, no, I don't know anything. They are right, but I think there's other levels to, like, what your specific channel topic is can, you know, connect with other facets of your life. But to me, I think it's just about finding people that are going to be relate to you, and as long as you're relative. Steph and Steve, resale killers. I get these like notifications up, as you do. yeah, so that's where I hope to see my channel evolve to, just being able to put up stuff and doing the things that I love doing. And why wouldn't I? Why would I put up stuff that I wouldn't love doing? It's just that I wouldn't want to do four separate channels for four separate areas of things that I love doing. I think that in some way or form that they're all connected, and it's just a way of blending those things in. So, like for instance, I might dedicate a whole video to just going to the two dumpsters that I visit that have the plants, and then run that series through the week about what I do to save them, put them into my garden, and then keep revisiting that area of my garden. And hey, remember guys, back in July when I got these things, look at them now, I'm harvesting them. And then being able to take those vegetables with dumpster vegetables or food and create a cooking section of the show. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, but that's where I hope to evolve my channel to. I do give it a lot of thought, and I try not to jump in the water with both feet without like giving a bit of a toe test and be like, ooh, that's a little bit chilly. Yeah. And just being able to connect with people, and a genuine connection. I think I've mentioned it in other lives and other videos that, many years ago, I just stumbled through life not remembering anyone's names, not being genuinely interested in people when I met them. And after I sort of re-educated myself or reinvented myself, I made a promise to myself that I would never do that again, that I would I would invest in people, my time, to remember their names, to be genuinely interested by asking the questions that allows them to talk about themselves and be interested in them, and then carry that knowledge through to whenever I saw them next. Say, hey John, hey, remember the last time we spoke, you were going to get your car fixed. How's that going? Just real invested time and being interested in people. So that was definitely an area that I'd like to tap into as far as the channel is concerned. Being able to reach out and provide a safe environment for people to come into and chat openly about all sorts of issues that are going on without any kind of judgment, without any kind of preconceived notion that that they shouldn't be talking about what they're talking about. People should be provided with a safe forum or format or platform to be able to speak openly and try and find some answers or find some hope to move forward, and being able to provide that advice or provide a link to somewhere that could offer them the help. Like I send video links when people tell me they're having issues with sleeping. I send video links of YouTube videos that do breathing exercises that helps you rest. I sent one to Gigi from New Jersey Divers. Yeah, and the penny pinchers, penny pinchers. Their last video they put up, they had a stick, their little pick stick, and the young man broke it, and so they ended up having to leave their broken stick in the dumpster, which I laughed about, thinking, is that a legal is that illegal dumping? If you leave something behind us. So while I was like tongue-in-cheek humor about them, I sent them a link on how to make of someone making a gaff out of a golf club and the metal roller from a paint roller, the metal handle bit, and to be able to make a gaff. But a gaff is, could be perfect for, say, and perfect for grabbing the rubbish bags out of the where you can't reach. And I in my comments, I try and leave value. Like I I had words of encouragement, and and express my love and my appreciation for you. The time, understanding like what I'm doing now. Close. I've tried that. I have tried that, closing my live comments. I've closed it and opened it up again. It's just not giving me any love at all. I don't know what's going on there. That's why I'm just like blurbing. I hope it just adds in some value. See, I really apologize, guys. The other alternative is I'll say, hey, konera, and say, see you later, and I'll be back in like 2 minutes. There could be a way. Because I don't want to, like, for you to think that I'm ignoring you. It's not. It's especially after talking for about 5 minutes about connecting with people. I couldn't think of a thing any more disconnected. Let me just read this message from Tammy. You could maybe close your live comments and open back up and see them. No, I've done that. I have done that. I have done that, Tammy. I've closed them. And when I reopen them, it just sees the same dumb shit. Just chatting. Yes, go. Come on then, baby. View account, live streaming options, auto mute, mute. Yeah. I guess it's just one of those flaws they have to work out. But I'm going to tell you what. This is what I want to do. I'm going to end the live. I'm going to do it in 10 seconds, and I'm going to jump back on board in 5 minutes. All right, guys. I'll be back in 5 minutes. And what can you expect from my live? More of this? Maybe even some more of this? Who knows? But let's just have fun. Let's try and add some value. In 5, 4, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I will see you soon. That's it. That's all. There. I'll see you soon.